Matthew never thought buying a second-hand car would change his life. When his old car finally broke down, it felt like losing a piece of his childhood. It had belonged to his father. It was the car he learned to drive in, the car that had carried years of memories. But machines don't last forever. Standing together at the junkyard, Matthew and his father both knew it was time to move on. That same night, Matthew searched online for hours. Dealerships were too expensive. Private sellers felt risky. Then he stumbled upon something unexpected, a police auction. Confiscated and impounded vehicles, sold cheap when owners failed to pay fees. The prices were unbelievably low. The next morning, Matthew took a bus to the impound lot. As he walked between rows of rusted vehicles, he felt a strange excitement. At 35, this would be the first car he truly owned himself. Then he saw it, a clean sedan, almost untouched. Minimal rust, solid body. What a beauty, he murmured. Before he could reach it, the lot owner stepped out of his office. "Can I help you, sir?" Matthew explained his interest. The man nodded, fetched the keys, and opened the doors. The interior was spotless. The mileage was shockingly low. "Hardly driven," the owner said casually. Matthew frowned. Something didn't add up. Why was a car like this so cheap? The owner shrugged. "Mechanically, it's fine. I just managed the lot. I only know what condition it arrived in." Matthew didn't hesitate. He bought it. Driving home, country music played softly on the radio. Everything worked perfectly, too perfectly. Then, halfway through the drive, he heard a faint rattling sound. Sharp, metallic, out of place. Probably nothing, he told himself. At home, Matthew checked under the hood. Nothing loose. He searched the interior. Still nothing. That's when he noticed the paint. Near the edge of the driver's door, a small chip revealed another layer beneath. Curious, Matthew grabbed a scraper from his workbench and carefully scratched the surface. A single letter appeared. Pay. His stomach dropped. This wasn't just any sedan. "This is a police car," he whispered. The adrenaline hit fast. But as soon as he sat inside and closed the door, the rattling returned louder this time, clearly coming from inside the door panel. Concerned, Matthew called the police. The officer on the line grew quiet when Matthew mentioned the repainting. Repainting and reselling police vehicles wasn't standard practice. It was dangerous. Then Matthew grabbed a screwdriver. The panel popped off. Inside, wedged into the metal frame, was a plastic bag. When he pulled it free and opened it, his face went pale. A gun, a tape recorder, and Polaroid photos soaked in blood. Matthew's hands trembled as he stared at the contents of the bag. He didn't touch the gun. He refused to. Instead, using the plastic as a barrier, he pressed play on the tape recorder. A voice filled the garage. It was a confession. What started as a simple bank robbery had spiraled out of control. The voice admitted everything, the planning, the panic, and the moment someone died. The photos suddenly made sense. On the phone, Officer Henry went silent. Then his tone changed completely. "Stay where you are," he said firmly. "Backup is on the way." Within minutes, police cars flooded the street. Matthew was taken to the impound lot, where the officers confronted the owner. At first, the man was confused, then shaken. He admitted that the car had been dropped off by a man claiming it was meant for demolition, a former police officer. The paperwork confirmed it. The evidence had been hidden deliberately. The repainting wasn't cosmetic, it was a cover-up. Crushing the car would have erased everything, but fate had intervened. The police came up with a plan. They returned the car to the lot and leaked a short news report hinting that the vehicle might be connected to a reopened investigation. They waited. That very night, a masked figure cut through the fence. He didn't make it far. Officers emerged from the shadows and arrested him on the spot, a disgraced former cop trying to destroy the last trace of his crime. Justice had finally caught up. Days later, Matthew received a letter from the police department thanking him for his courage. When he arrived at the station, officers applauded as he walked in. Out back, a line of service cars waited. "Pick one," they told him. Matthew chose a plain gray station wagon. Reliable, quiet, normal. As he drove away, he smiled. Sometimes the real reward isn't what you buy, it's what you uncover.